This lecture is Women in an Expanding Nation. The context is 1890s. I want to first look at some other factors that are reshaping America in the 1890s. What we see in the later half of the 19th century is a new wave of immigration, particularly from parts of eastern and southern parts of Europe, typically parts of Russia and Italy. And this was new. Most Europeans that were coming in the first half of the century were coming from western parts, Germany and Ireland and those types of areas. So with that came new religious practices, cultural traditions, language. We also see the movement of more immigrants from Mexico and parts of Asia, first China and then later on Japan. With these new immigrants that are coming, we start to see a rise of nativist sentiments as well. Nativism is referring to the belief that those born in the United States and are Protestant white Europeans hold priority, are the quote unquote true heirs to the United States democracy and privileges that come with that. So this kind of nativism is this sort of ethnocentric belief that immigrants are going to change the makeup, the racial makeup, so to speak, of the United States. And we see that with Teddy Roosevelt's sentiments that is mentioned in Du Bois about, race suicide. That's what he says. Race suicide is occurring because immigrant families are having more kids and not enough middle-class white European families are having children. So this is some of the nativist sentiments that come with the rise of immigration and are really reshaping the U.S. social patterns. We also see the consolidation of the West. Right after the Mexican-American War, after the Civil War, we really start to see the West take shape, states becoming industrialized. The Transcontinental Railroad facilitates this industrialization that goes out west and really connects the West with the rest of the nation to make it economically more viable and connected. And with that, we see, the devastating effect it's going to have on Indian land and the Indian populations. We also see the Panic of 1893 putting the U.S. in an economic depression that really led businesses to scramble and figure out how they're going to sell these new manufactured goods and textiles and products to a nation that wasn't buying. So we'll have to explore that a little bit and how that in some ways is tied to the pro-expansionist or imperialist agenda to want to gain territories abroad outside of the kind of the domestic United States territory in order to sell American-made goods and products and expand American business. So that sort of is tied to the depression that we see in the 1890s is this desire for American imperialism.